Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, a reminder that persistence pays off. If you really want me to taste your seed, playing on an unpopular deck helps, not the ghost deck, but an unpopular deck. Also writing a little information about what makes the seed interesting, that could help, with the caveat that what's interesting to you might not always be interesting to me. In general, I'm not interested in runs that are too easy. I like the struggle. I care more about me learning than I care about teaching. And the more difficult the challenge, the more the decisions matter. As always, you can get the seed from the video description. And when you're ready, let's go Gold Stake Ghost deck. Alright, first boss is Diamonds. Probably we end up taking the investment tag in the next round. Here we can get the clubs, probably. King High Flush, that works. Alright, in the first shop, we are pretty much committed to taking the investment tag. I see at least two possible paths here. So let's say we take the value generator. Let's say it's business card, or it could be golden joker, or some kind of value generator. If we skip to the boss, we get the money in the future, but we still have to beat the boss. So can we beat the boss without any scoring help? The answer is possibly, but there is some risk. When we are playing on the ghost deck, because we have Hex, because we can make the polychrome right away, it is lower risk. So I think maybe on a different deck, maybe if you're not on the ghost deck, you can't take the business card. But because we are on the ghost deck, we could. Against the boss, you can get 400 points from a 5-card hand. You can get 150 points from 2 pair. It is lower risk, but we still have to consider how do we score 1,000 points in the next round. Maybe that's a reason not to take the business card here. The much safer option, in my opinion, is you take the banana as a perishable. Plus 15 mult is a lot early on, and so that'll allow us, possibly we can one-shot the boss, and then possibly in the next round we can one-shot. Alright, let's take the banana and then go next. There's no consideration for taking the buffoon pack here. I think business card is a good enough option, slightly greedy option, but it is a good enough option. I think either of these are good enough that either is better than what you would get from the buffoon pack on average. Go next. Alright, so 2 pair 10s and 5s might not work. Without the debuffs, I think it does work, but with the debuffs, I don't feel like doing the math. Let's try to get either a 7 or a queen, or some spades as a flush. Maybe. Okay, 8s and 2s as 2 pair, probably not going to work, so here we can get any spade or 7 or queen. How about the 10 high flush? Alright. Okay, because we have the banana, we are safe in the small blind, and maybe even safe in the big blind and the boss blind, so we don't need to rush into any purchases here. If we didn't have the banana, let's say we did the polychrome business card instead, then we would be pressured to find some way of scoring points. We would be pressured, probably take the burglar. Foil burglar is good, but of course this is a rental, an eternal rental. Both of those things maybe we don't want. So because we had the banana, I think we don't have to take the eternal rental. Whereas otherwise, if we had the business card, we would be forced into the eternal rental. In that case, what do we do instead? We can look inside an Arcana pack, look for money. Maybe a hung man, maybe planet cards. I want to keep the hex because the banana is perishable. We can keep the hex. Maybe aces, we can hang them. I like that. Could be 6 and 5. I guess what we should have done first is figured out I'm probably going to buy both booster packs, and if I buy both booster packs, I should open the standard pack first for information. Probably I want the gold seal 4, and then with that information, does it change what we did with the hung man? Probably not. We just remove the aces. Okay. I don't need the burglar, so I think I'm not going to take it and go next. Alright, now we can discard for a clubs flush. Clubs flush here. I did not get the gold seal. That's okay. Alright. Now we got 35 bucks plus a runner. So for sure we take the runner. This boss is going to de-level my hands, so maybe I don't take any of the celestial packs. Paintbrush we maybe want now, or do we wait one more round? We can wait one more round because I don't want to pay the rental, or not the rental fee, but I don't want to lose interest. I can try to get the low straight by drawing the 4. We got 5 4s in the deck, maybe. There's the gold seal 4. So this is the best possible draw. There you go. Oh, you're gone. So what do we want to do now? Marble Joker, probably not. Maybe walkie-talkie. Maybe that's what we need. Let's go Spectral Pack first. We can get the hand size and then go Spectral Pack. There's an Ankh. So we go Hex, Runner, and then we can Ankh here. If we had the business card, you probably don't Ankh because you would have the Eternal Burglar and you probably don't want to copy the Eternal Rental. But because we took the banana, we were able to do this. There you go. Now, do we want walkie-talkie? Or there's a chance we don't need it. Okay, there's a chance we don't need it. The reason why I think we should take the walkie-talkie is because even though I think we can beat this round, we may have some struggle in the next round. So take walkie-talkie now and not the Celestial Pack. Let's go next. Alright, this straight wins in 1, maybe. Probably with walkie-talkie wins in 1, so let's not dig for the gold seal. Right? I guess if I know for sure it's gonna win in 1, then we do dig for the gold seal. Alright, didn't get the gold seal. So, assuming this wins in 1, because of the walkie-talkie. Okay. Now what? Alright, we got 40 bucks. So, we could do a lot here. This boss, -1 hand size. We don't need investment tag anymore. I can go standard pack first. I don't need a Molt 5. Alright, Arcana, we can hold on to Huesos. Probably we don't need Todd if we got 2 runners. Arcana, could be a Chariot. Probably just Judgment here. Or a Scary Face. Alright, so we don't need Huesos. And I could re-roll, but probably we save our money and go next. Alright, I can try to play the low straight or the high straight. Let's go low, I guess. I'm looking for... Alright, high is looking better. Let's go play a pair of 3s. This wins. Alright. Is there a different straight that I missed out on? Maybe. This wins because we have the walkie-talkie. So 3,000 points in the next round also. I could beat the boss with 2 straights. That's it. Credit card. I guess we could go Celestial Pack. What was the last thing we did? We did the Hungman, didn't we? No, it was Judgment. So I guess these two take me down to 26. I guess Plutonium is okay. Arcana. So could be Strength, could be Hyro. In the short term, maybe we want to do face cards because we got Scary Face. Maybe long term, we want to play these low straights. So maybe we go Hyro on a 6 and a 5. Maybe. And then go next. I don't think we reroll yet. Alright, so this with the holographic card probably wins. Holographic 4. That's it. Okay. 60 chips on each runner. There's a Mars card I think we don't need. Arcana packs, probably we open both. Could be Temperance for 15 or make 2 lucky cards. If there was the gold seal here, I might make the gold seal into lucky, but I'm just going to take the Temperance money. Mega Arcana pack, we could reroll first. I could do Riff Raff instead of Walkie Talkie plus Scary Face. Though, obviously, there's some risk there. Go Arcana. Alright, so Fool for Temperance seems okay. I could make a gold card here. I could use Temperance and then Emperor. I don't know what we would do. We would go maybe a gold 4 or just use the Emperor. I think I like doing an Emperor here. We get a Death card. Alright, do we want to go Riff Raff? Maybe. I for sure don't need Scary Face. I might still need the Walkie Talkie. We do have money. We could get a shortcut. And then now for sure we don't do the Riff Raff. Alright. And then $7. We could go one more. Could be a Matador. Or it could be a Wraith. Wraith is probably not what we want to do. So let's go next. Alright. This is a straight with 1-4. Which doesn't win. Barely doesn't win. No, okay. So I need to find my middle cards. So I'm looking for a 6 or a 5. That's not good. So alright, one more time, 6 or 5. Pair is okay. There's a 6. So this wins. And I keep holding my strength. I don't know what I want to use strength on, but I definitely want to use death on the gold seal. Probably I use strength on the gold seal then. Alright. I can spin the wheel, I guess. Could be Empress. Probably we want Empress. This boss says spades are debuffed. Alright, let's check a Buffoon pack. Don't need these Eternals, probably not. Though maybe halvesies would have been cool since we got 2 runners. Could be Supernova. Seems expensive as a rental. I like maybe Seeing Double here. Pretty sure we could do Seeing Double if the plan is to play straights. Seeing Double instead of Jimbo. And then I probably don't need strength, but I maybe want it. Maybe I want to go Empress. Let's do the wheel. I think I don't need strength. I think I just take the Empress and then go next. I want to draw my gold seal. Alright. So, ace. That's high card, I guess. Drop the ace. Alright, so 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. This straight with seeing double wins. Do I want to play a straight that doesn't win on purpose? Is it possible? It's not possible. Alright, so let's discard. That's it. So this wins, I guess. And then walkie-talkie's done. Okay. Could be Polychrome Scary Face. Is interesting. Go Arcana first. Alright, we get a Hungman. We could make a gold card and I can use Death to copy that. I probably want to copy the gold seal though. So I could also use the moon, maybe. Queen and 10, we can hang them. Use the moon or make a gold card. I guess I make a gold 6 or a gold 2 is also reasonable. How about a gold 6? And then do we want the standard pack? Do we want the Polychrome Scary Face? I think maybe Polychrome Scary Face is slightly expensive and slightly not necessary. Let's try a standard pack. Could be a blue seal 7, could be a blue steel 3. Let's take the Zoolander. And go next? Or are we chilling? I don't think I need Scary Face. Alright. So this is a straight, which doesn't win because we don't have the walkie-talkie anymore. Okay. Let's discard all the high cards. Okay. I have... This is a straight, which also doesn't win, but it's closer. I can play this straight, which doesn't win. Okay. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, gold 6. So I didn't really get what I was looking for, but this is okay. There's another straight. Alright, so 7,000 per straight. We can beat the boss in 3 hands, it's fine. No problem. Do I want the Troubadour for the extra hand size? Probably not. Could be a Cartomancer as an Eternal. Sounds desirable. What's in the Buffoon pack? Could be Supernova. So if I've got the blue seal, maybe Supernova doesn't matter that much. Though probably Supernova is the thing that we want to do. One thing we could do, you take Supernova here and then you just play pairs since we got 2 runners. These give us chips, this gives me molt. We could play pairs here, we don't have to play straights. Alright. Seeing double is perishable. Do we need the Supernova as an Eternal? Probably we should take it. That's fine. Do we also want Cartomancer? I guess if we take Cartomancer, we Don't do seeing double. I think this is fine. Alright, so standard pack, we can get another gold seal, this time a 3. Sure. Alright, go next. Okay. The 4 I want to try to play. Discarding the high cards. Okay. I probably use death on the blue seal. I can use Empress on a 4 and a 3, I guess. I probably want to use Empress on my other 3 also, but maybe this is fine. So Empress here, I can turn a Jack into the 3. And then that's a straight. Maybe I could have gone Cartomancer instead of seeing double. I just used a death card. Maybe there's a Fool in an Arcana pack. Boss has previously played is debuffed. Let's go look for a Fool. It's just Hermie. So Saturn's yes, and then Hermie. Okay. Maybe Celestial pack. I like Honu here. Maybe we don't reroll until after seeing double is done. I think I'm not going to take the plutonium here. Maybe. Yeah. Go one more. So now... Alright, we got the blue seal in hand. I can play... I can play this straight. I could dig. Let's play the straight. Oh, I need to do this. Only one straight per round. That's kind of rough. Alright, so there's plutonium. There's some standard packs. I don't think I need a gold seal jack. I could take a polychrome 9. It could be a red seal 5. Could be a blue seal queen. I think the red seal 5 is the most interesting, though maybe polychrome makes sense. Could do something interesting that way. Let's go red seal 5. Since you already have blue seals, let's take a red seal maybe. Go next. Alright, so I could play this straight now without winning. Pretty sure this one doesn't win. Alright, but then the next one does. So I have a straight. I'm going to discard it. I have... Don't need the 2s. I get a 4. So this is a straight. That wins. Alright. So seeing double's done. Got Saturn card. Let's take Aura. Okay. I don't think I need a fortune teller. Mega standard pack. Blue seal queen, I guess, is takeable, and then skip the rest. Arcana, we get another Hermes. So I could go Aura on the red seal. Sure. Yeah. Holographic. And then 20 bucks here instead of making... I could make a red gold card, but I think red lucky is also fine. Let's take Hermie here. Let's go one more. Could be a trading card. Okay. Go one more. Alright, I think now that we got the trading card, this is a no pants situation. Go one more. Alright, let's snap off the jack, or do we want to play the straight first? Does this straight not win, right? Cool. Now we can snap off the queen. I could play the 5 and then the 6, and then that's fine. So I have a winning straight. I could dig for a blue seal. All right. We could go one more time for the blue seal. All of my gold seals are debuffed, so let's play this straight. Okay. I need to pay attention to the steel cards so that we don't accidentally score too many points with the steel cards. Now this supernova looks really bad. I took it to be safe, and then now we really don't need it. Straight levels we don't need. Boss gonna debuff my clubs. So checking standard pack. I don't need that 8. Don't need a gold 7. Don't need a glass 2 probably. Though maybe we take a glass 2. Yeah, we could take a glass 2 and just save it for an emergency situation. Let's go one more time here. And then let's pause so we can open the door for Fable. Alright, we back. He's on my lap. Let's snap off the king. Okay. I can play a straight without winning. Allegedly. It was close. Alright, so this is a winning straight. I can play Jack as a high card to throw away the 2. I could play a pair of 2s, but then we're stuck with the glass 2. So play a high card Jack. Oh, I should have thrown away the glass card there. Whoops. Anyway, this is a straight, which means I can play high card ace. And then 2 blue seals. There you go. Alright, in the next round, 90,000. Do the Saturn cards first, I guess. Or there's a vampire. Do we need a vampire? Do we want a vampire? We could. I don't think we need to. Let's go Arcana pack first. Could be 18 bucks here instead of a priestess. Before we go spectral, we could reroll. Go one more. Don't need the boot. Could take a magician. Go one more. I don't think we certificate here if we already have the blue seals that we want. Alright, we could light them up. And then yeah, maybe we go Ara on the 3. Got a lot of 3s in the deck. Do I want to use the magician here? I guess, yeah, 4 and 3, let's use the magician. Make some lucky cards. Ah, foiled again. Go one more. Empress we don't need. 4 Fienders is not necessary, but it's funny. So at least with the 4 Fienders, it does make it easier for us to get, we can get, what is it? The blue seals more easily. So I think with the blue seals, we don't really need the runners in general. So maybe we take the 4 Fienders here, and then Empress doesn't matter. But we could take it because we got the money. We could go one more. Ramen. We could probably do Ramen. We could probably do straights without discarding. Go next. Alright. We can snap off a Jack. Okay. I could do Ace 3, 4. So I could play this straight. Now we have one less runner, so this is going to score less points. I could throw away a 9. Where are we at? That's 35. That's good. That's a straight too. Alright. I could throw away a 6 here if I want. This doesn't win. And then I could play another one. So with the ace, we have a winning hand. I can play a pair of sixes. I could play high card ace. Alright, no blue seal, that's okay. Empress doesn't matter, I guess I just use it on the twos. Just for fun. That's a straight. There we go. Okay. Could be a card shark. Slightly punished for using the Empress, but we could get a card shark here. Buffoon pack has could be a free reroll instead of a runner. I don't know if we got shortcut and 4 Fienders. I kind of want to keep the runner, though probably free reroll is better. Alright. Arcana we could reroll first. Could be a Chad or my gold seal. Okay. Okay. So runner is currently a ×3 because it gives us extra chips and it also gives us polychrome. I don't think I need the 4 Fienders. I do like the idea, use the death here and then we can use fool to copy death. So how about I get another 2? I could turn a jack into a 2, I guess. Not very exciting. Alright. And then the Chad instead of the 4 Fienders. Go one more? Or we got the death card, we should just go next. Alright. Snap off the king. So this straight doesn't win. The next straight does win. Do I save death for the blue seal? Probably. So I could throw away these high cards. I could throw away this glass card. I have a straight that wins. So let's go high card. There's a blue seal. Alright, I could play a natural straight here. There's a gold seal 3. I think I saved the death card. So we'll do that. And we can do this. There you go. $23 on the supernova. Would you look at that? Alright, we got the chariot. This boss is play 5 cards. Okay. Could be gold seal 4. I guess if we have the Chad, we want a gold seal. Could be a glass card actually. That could help. If we get a particularly stinky boss. Polychrome 6 cents we don't need. Let's go next. While I'm holding on the death card, I don't want to reroll. So I could snap off a 10. I could play this straight first with the 4 in front. I think that doesn't win. Though maybe let's not risk it. Alright. Snap off the king. So this wins. Okay. What do I want to do next? So I can make a steel 2. I can make a steel 6. Maybe steel 6. How do I want to use death? Probably I use it on the blue seal, though we could also use it on the red seal. Maybe I make a steel card. Nah. Just do this. And then play that's the straight with the gold seal. Okay. We just use a death card. 2 celestial packs. Okay. So we could reroll. Temperance, maybe. Alright, so I don't want Neptune. This boss we don't care about. Plutonium we don't need. Temperance we can go one more. Could be Saki Busky. I don't have any face cards. Let's go one more. Could be a Glass Joker. Glass Joker instead of the Runner. Runner is a ×3 still. So no Glass Joker. No business card. Could be Talisman. If I Hex here, I can't. Let's go next. Alright, so what do we want to do with this gold seal? We can start by snap off the queen. This is not a straight yet, so I have to discard the 2. Okay. I can play this straight with the gold seal, and the steel card might be too much, so let's not do that. Let's play this straight, keeping the 4 instead of the 2. And then I could use the talisman on, I don't know, a 5 maybe? Could be a gold seal 5. Getting to the point where it doesn't matter. Anyway, there's the gold seal 5. Okay. Now this hand wins. I can play the solo 3. I can play the solo 4. Let's play the solo 4. Okay. Plus 20 was almost too much there. Anyway, here's the straight with the 3. Okay. 1,000,000 points, I guess. Alright. Standard pack. Could be no Glass King, no purple 10. Let's skip the gold card. Fortune Teller's plus 20. Bloodstone is kind of interesting when we have the Chad. Maybe not that interesting. Familiar, no. Ankh, no. No Sun. Alright, Chariot. So I've got Steel 3s, I've got Steel 6. I could also do a Steel 2. Though maybe a Steel 4 or 5 would be better. Let's go next. Alright, snap off the 10. I throw away this glass card. Here's Ace 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be too much. So we play the 6 here, and then it's fine. Okay. This wins. I can dig first. We get 1 blue seal, which is okay, I guess. This wins. I can throw away the 9s. Alright, that's it. So let's play the gold seal 5. Put the holographic 3 in the front. And that's it. Alright, we will eventually get to the point where we don't need the shortcut if we want. I want to try to find a fool for the chariot we just used. Let's take the hung man. Let's go Overstock. This boss... Joker sold. Bummer. Alright, so it could be Emperor. Could be... I think I'm okay. Hang the ace. So, ace and 10, we can hang him. And then Emperor gives me Judgment and a star. Alright, go one more. Mars, no. Sigil, no. Certificate, no. Incantation, no. I think that's it then. Go next. Alright. Snap off the 10. And then... This is not a straight yet. So maybe we can keep the 8. We could play... this straight. Alright, we got the glass card. The next hand wins. This is not a straight yet, so I gotta throw away the 3s. I can play 5 as a high card. So I'm looking for a 4 or a 7 or an 8 or an ace. There's a 4. So this wins, but I don't want to play the glass card. I could do this. We can save the glass card for later. Alright. The runner is still keeping pace here with the chips. So twice as many chips, and then also we have the polychrome. Alright. Celestial pack, don't need plutonium. Arcana we can reroll first. There's a justice card I could use on the red seal possibly. There's strength, seems useful. Alright, and then temperance for 16. So probably I want to strengthen my 3s into 4s. I could turn 2 3s into 4s. I could just do it right now. Probably we just do it right now. Now we got a lot of 4s. Okay. Go one more. Alright, strength is probably what we want, but chariot seems fun too. Let's go next. Alright, I can snap off a jack. 9, 8, 6, 5, 4. I don't want to do 4, but I could do 3. I think I want to get rid of the steel card. I'm concerned about hitting the plus 20 with the 3, but I'm going to do it anyway. Didn't get the money. Alright, it's fine. Okay, so I don't need the 4s. We have a winning hand. I could do either red glass or red steel. Let's go red glass. And then for the steel, I don't know, we got 3, 4, we could do a 5. We could do this one. There we go. So that wins. I could play the 5 as a solo first. And then we play the 4. Alright, so that wins. I can throw away this 5. Alright. Gold seal in the front. That's it. Alright. So Saturn is fine. We just used a chariot otherwise. There's a magician. Maybe this Mega Celestial pack doesn't matter. Okay. I can take a magician. No madness. Mime works with all the steel cards. So maybe you take Mime instead of the runner here. The runner is slightly less than the ×3. So for the Mime to be better than the runner, you need to have 3 steel cards in hand. I don't know if we could get 3 steel cards, so go one more. Could be a banana, could be Michelle. Maybe instead of the shortcut. Nah. So, alright, 1 Joker sold, right? That's it. Cartomancer? Nah. Could be full for Saturn, could be we hang him, it could be we make another steel card. I think we have plenty of steel cards. I think it's just queen and 9 we hang him. Then we could do a little re-rolling. Plutonium, no. Familiar, no. Photograph. Technically, we cannot. Go next. Bummer. So, I guess we snap off the queen then? There we go. Alright, I am looking for... Throw away the 2s, throw away this 3, throw away the 9s. This is garbage. Okay. I could do this straight. I want to keep the glass 5. I forgot that I'm trying to play a straight. So let's discard these, discard the 4. Glass cards in hand. I can play the steel 5, that's fine. So I could play this. And then throw the 2, I think is fine. So we could do one of those. Like that. Alright, then now I don't need this 2, I don't need this 3, I don't maybe need the 4. I can do that. Alright, cool. Could be a 6 and 4 we can make into lucky cards. And then I guess we don't need the shortcut for this straight. There you go. Plus 35 from the supernova. All right. This supernova ended up being really bad. Let's talk about it. Well, I guess we could go back to the first ante or whatever it is, like the first shop. So first shop, it was either you take business card, polychrome, value generator, you skip to the boss and probably you beat the boss. But then after you beat the first boss, then you need 1,000 points in the next round. And we said, okay, taking the business card, you risk not finding anything that scores points in that shop after the boss. So instead of taking the money generator, we take the banana instead. And because the banana makes us safe in the early rounds, then we don't have to spend money on re-rolling. We don't have to buy jokers that we don't want to buy. Because we have our early game stable, and so maybe that's even more. And also with just 15 mult you can one-shot the early rounds, so maybe that's even more valuable than having the business card. And then this supernova ended up being pretty bad. So the reason why you take the supernova is if I've got two runners and each of them's 300 chips already, that's like 2 stuntmen, right? Also, you got polychrome already. We only played, at the time we took the supernova, it was only 10 on straights, which makes sense because usually you play the straight and the straight wins. You don't get to play that many straights per round. If your plan is to play straights, usually you don't want something like supernova. So you can take supernova, and then at the time that we picked it up, we could have just switched to pairs, or we could have switched to high card. We could have switched to some spammable hand. Use the polychrome and use the extra chips on the runners and just start playing something spammable. The reason why we ended up sticking with straights is because we had the blue seals. So with the blue seals, then maybe something like supernova doesn't matter anymore. Maybe then you get high enough chips from the planet cards, you don't need runner anymore. There's just so much that doesn't matter anymore. Then these glass cards and these steel cards are better. The extra planet cards that we get from the blue seals are really reality warping, really game defining, even if you're not just playing pairs. Kind of a bummer we didn't have enough room to do shortcut and 4 fingers at the same time. Anyway, take care everyone.